Is the thumb a finger? Hey, I'm Benny Blue, and today we're going to be looking at Leland's Waltz, a beautiful tune that I first heard the Foghorn String Band do. That's where I got it. I think that's where most people first heard this tune. They credit someone named Tim Foss as writing the tune. I've never come across any other Tim Foss tunes, so if you know of any, please let me know. It's just such a beautiful tune. I'd love to know more about the writer. If you've never played in 3/4, I'm going to start out this video by talking about 3/4 time, waltz time. Even if you've played in 3/4 time a lot as a clawhammer banjo player, it's going to be worth checking out some right hand ideas that I have to just become very fluid as a clawhammer player in 3/4 time. Then we're going to talk a little bit about the chord progression, and then I'll just break down my arrangement of it phrase by phrase. I have a video of playing Leland's Waltz Clawhammer Banjo that's been on YouTube for a while. You can see it here. And then I also released it on an album recently called Banjo Meditations. But let's talk about playing waltzes and playing in waltz time. So the beauty, in my mind, of clawhammer banjo really comes down to this fluidity and flow that you establish with your right hand, your plucking hand. And most people get very comfortable early on by learning this bum diddy bum diddy bum diddy stroke. This whole thing is the foundation of all clawhammer playing, and it takes place over 2 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and bum diddy bum diddy. And so if we're going to add a third beat to this and play, all of our phrases are 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The first way you want to get your right hand flowing in 3 is to play this pattern. So all I'm doing is playing 2 ditties in the bum diddy rhythm. I'm playing bum diddy diddy, bum diddy diddy. And so if you've never played in 3/4 time at all, I would suggest spending quite a bit of time just getting that pattern under your right hand. Bum, diddy, diddy, bum, diddy, diddy. Eventually we'll go over the chords of the song, and maybe for a while just play along with the song just in that rhythm. Da 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 da. The Foghorn String Band released the song in A. I think it's a cross A fiddle tune. Being a banjo player, I just have my banjo down in G right now. If I were playing it in A, I'd be capoed up and bring my 5th string up to A. But right now I'm just down in G. And in fact, I think the version I have on YouTube, I'm kind of tuned way low. It's like almost down in F. But right now we're in G, just regular G tuning. So D, G, B, D, G. And so once you get comfortable with this basic bum, diddy, diddy, I have 3 more patterns that I think anyone should get under their fingers, especially if they, for this tune. To kind of, you want to build independence in your right hand. You want it to play specific things. It's not always just going to be bum, diddy, diddying along. Especially in this tune, there's a lot of notes, a lot of melody notes, and a lot of them are going to be played with their thumb, as we'll see. And so you want to just build independence in your right hand to be able to keep flowing along. Again, that's the beauty of Clawhammer. If you miss a note, it doesn't matter. Your hand, it's a machine, and it just keeps chugging along. You miss a note over here, but it doesn't matter. It's in the past. The machine just keeps moving on, and that's what makes Clawhammer Banjo so danceable, so groovy. And so you really want to build this flow in your right hand. And so here are some other exercises or other patterns to fill that bum, diddy, diddy space with. So first of all, I'm just going to take out the strum, and I'm hitting a bum on the 3rd string, open 3rd string, G, and then diddy's just on the open 1st string, D. Bum, diddy, diddy. So I'm just taking the strum out, basically. And then what I'm going to do is take the thumb out of the 2nd beat. So it's going to sound like this. So it's still 3 beats. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bum, diddy, diddy. But we're playing bum, did, diddy, bum, did. Second thing, or the second phrase that we're going to learn to let our right hand kind of get good at 3/4 time is we're going to put a backbeat, a cluck, on the 2, and we're going to play 1, 2, and 3. And on the 3, I'm just hitting the open 1st string. So bum, bum, clucky, bum, clucky, did. If you don't know how to cluck, I should do a whole video on just clucking, because there is some mechanics behind it. It's mostly just a thing you feel, but there are some mechanics behind it. But if you're not don't know how to cluck or don't want to cluck, you can just strum here too. So the first one we had bum, did, diddy, bum, did, diddy. And then bum, clucky, bum, clucky, did. So go practice going between them. And the third one is the most challenging, and it's really going to lend itself to what we're going to be doing today, coaxing a lot of melody notes out with our thumb. I'm going to do a ghost stroke on the 2nd beat, but I'm going to catch the and of 2 as a drop thumb up here on the 1st string and end with a diddy. So it's going to be bum, ghost, drop, diddy. If you're not drop thumbing yet, you can do this same rhythm up here on the 5th string. Now I'm hitting the head of the drum so you can hear that ghost stroke. If you didn't hear it, it would sound like this. So let's go over our 3 things again. We got 1, 2, and 3. Or one's going to be really important because if you think about the tune, ba da 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 da. So here's our downbeat, the notes we play with our finger, and here's our upbeat, the notes we play with our thumb. Ba da 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 da. You hear how many of the melody notes are these syncopated up notes that we have to play with our thumb, because our finger can't play on the offbeats; it only plays on the downbeats. See how many of these melody notes are syncopated upbeat notes that we're going to make with our thumb. So get these three things under your hand. The point is to make your right hand so you don't have to think about it. Just like you don't think about bum ditty anymore. You don't want to have to think about that either. Get it so it's just part of a flow. Because as we're going to learn today, even though this is such a simple, beautiful melody, on the Clawhammer Banjo, it's actually pretty tricky because so many of these notes are offbeat notes. So you're not going to be able to play it slow and beautiful today. It's going to take time of working on this little lick and this little lick and this little lick. And when you stitch them all together, if you have some fluidity in the machine of your right hand, it's really going to help you tie everything together. Otherwise, it's just going to be a bunch of little disparate phrases that aren't going to sound like a tune. It's the fluidity of the machine of your right hand that's really going to make it a tune. So let's quick look at the chords of the song now. Again, I'm in G. The foghorn recording is in A. I use a software called AnyTune. There are other kinds of software where you can play a tune in a different key. So I could play the foghorn version in A. I could play it in G and play along on my banjo instead of tuning my banjo up to A. Or I released the song on my record, Banjo Meditations, and even though I played it exactly like we're going to be playing today, I'm thinking in G. My fingers did exactly the same thing that we're going to cover today. The whole banjo was tuned down to D, so the song is actually recorded in D. So same thing, if you wanted to play along with it on a regular banjo, maybe you can find one of these pieces of software, AnyTune, The Amazing Slowdowner, things like that you can play the song in D, but you can listen to it in G, so you can play along on your banjo. As opposed to tuning your banjo all the way down to D. I used classical guitar strings on that banjo. That's why I was able to tune it so low. So the chord progression, it starts out one chord per measure. Da da da, another chord, another chord, another chord. So it's like a chord every measure. So the first measure, G, da, da. So in G we've got our one chord G, our four chord C, which you probably know, your 5-chord D. We're going to use all of these. And we're going to use one more chord, kind of the most interesting sounding chord here. A minor 2 chord, which is an A minor. It's the second chord of the song. If you haven't played an A minor, it's just like the C. Just play your C, but then instead of playing the open G string, you're going to choke that at the 2nd fret to make it an A with your ring finger, and then catch where your ring finger used to be with your pinky. So there's the A minor chord. So the song starts da da G da da A minor, and then the C, and then the D, back to G da da A minor, and then the C, stay on the C. That's the A part. So again, that's 1, 2 minor, 4 the C, 5 the D, 1, 2 minor, then on the 4, stay on the 4. Which brings us to the B part, which is just 1 to 4, 3 times. 1 to 4, third time. 1 to 4, then the 5 and back to 1. So it's G, C, back to G, and back to C, third time. G, C, the D, and back to G. Okay. Now I'm just going to go through it lick by lick. Like I said, it's some of these are wrestling moves that are a little challenging at first. You really are going to have to get them under your hand. So I would say first, just spend some time playing in 3/4, playing along to the tune with some of these patterns that we just talked about. You can do them over the different chords. Get used to flowing through the chords and everything before you try to learn every little wrestling move and stitch it together. Right from the get-go, it starts challenging. So the song starts with pickup notes. So it'll start on 3 and 1, ba 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 ba. So those pickup notes are: I hammer the open G to an A, third string. And then the 1, the first big downbeat, is this slide from the A to the B. And I like to strum the whole banjo at that point. Okay, so that's like how we get into the song. So here's that syncopated note. Ba, da, ba. So that's thumb on the first string, diddy at the second fret, the E, E, G, D, E, G, D, E, G. So there's a ghost stroke there. It goes, dun, dun, You feel that ghost stroke? Now, truth be told, I usually produce this second note, or this first string note, right there. I usually produce it with the nail of my thumb coming back up. It's not a traditional clawhammer technique, but it fits right into the motion. So it would happen, even though I'm hitting it with a different part of my thumb in a different way, it happens in the same place as a drop thumb. Same place as... But to avoid confusion and everything, I'm just going to do a regular drop thumb to it. But if it doesn't quite sound like that when you listen to me playing it, that's why. It's because I'm usually producing it like that instead of like that. But it's the same place. It happens in the same place with the same finger, your thumb. Is the thumb a finger? We'll never know. So we got... let me look at the tab. I do have a tab available for this. If you look down in the description, you can figure out how to get it. So I'm going. So same thing. We're gonna strum that ghost 5th string. So we strum the A minor chord, ghost thumb, ghost, ghost. Now we're on the C chord, so I did hammer, drop, thumb. That's G, A, B, E. Down on the 4th string. And then same thing, we just played a note with the thumb. And our next note is going to be the open 3rd string with our thumb. So we have that ghost space in there. I'll get my foot tapping so you can hear it. See if you can hear the ghost notes are when my foot taps and my hand doesn't do anything. So that was a thumb on the open 3rd string, and then I hit the 4th fret, which is the F sharp. So it's a thumb on the open 3rd string, and then you hit the F sharp on the 4th string, 4th fret. So and then it's this arpeggio on a D chord. So I strum the D chord, including the low D, and then I hammer that low D up to the 4th fret with my ring finger. And then I just go up the D arpeggio. So A on the 3rd string, D on the 2nd string. So that whole first part. And then it'll repeat. Now you get to the C chord. You stay on the C chord, but you walk down the G scale, starting on a C. C, B, A, G. The note is G, open 3rd string, but it's in this C chord. C, B, A, G. Or strum the C chord. And that's what separates the first part of the A from the second part of the A. Other than that, the G to the A minor part is the same. So the whole A section. On that second A minor chord, I think in the tab I wrote in this cluck backbeat. It would sound like this. I'm getting there. Here. So the same place I ghosted the A minor chord in the first part, I do this, the cluck thumb. Okay, let's move on to the B part. So again, a lot of notes that our thumb is doing, especially this, we're going to get up to the 9th fret up here, the B. And I think every time I hit that note, I'm doing, it's a thumb note. Try that. You're playing a B, A at the 7th fret, and then a thumb at the, which is the G. So you're playing B, A, G. 2 of those notes are thumb notes. The first note, so make sure you got your foot tapping so you do it in the right place. It starts on an upbeat. We haven't gotten there yet. It's another good exercise. So to get there, we go. Nothing tricky there. It's just a slide up to the B. D, and then a drop thumb on the 2nd and 3rd strings, the B, G. So that's the first chord of the B section, the G. So G. Then we get up to our first 4 chord, the C. is strum the C chord, pull off on the first string, so E, D, and then a ditty with your finger back at the second fret, the E, E, G. So the whole C chord is. So from the G we went. And then our next G, I play with my first finger up here at the 5th fret, the high G. There's that lick. So to get there, we did the first G chord, first C chord, second G chord, this lick, second C chord. I go strum the C with a thumb, and then here's a fancy lick. We're walking down the G scale, G, F sharp with the drop thumb at the 7th fret, and then E, D with the pull off, I'll give you a good view of this one that we were doing too. 1, 2. 1, 2. B, A, G. Okay, so the beginning of the B section. Same way. Now here's the D chord. I play it up here at the 7th fret. Open, keep the 4th string open because it's your low D. Same thing, we're going to catch that 9th fret B with the thumb on an upbeat, and then hit the A on the downbeat, and then the next downbeat is your G chord to end the song. So the whole B section. So, like I say, there's a lot of wrestling moves in there. It's a simple melody. Listen to the song over and over so you can really get the simple melody in your ear. But because so many of the notes are upbeat notes, syncopated notes, you have to produce them with your thumb. So get good at these 3-4 grooves with the right hand grooves so that when you do try to piece all these little moves together that are probably things that your hands haven't tried before, they'll actually be able to flow because you've got this nice 3-4 machine working over here. It's a beautiful tune. Leland's Waltz. Enjoy.